I'd like to talk a little bit about the family of Filemaker products. Sometimes it can be a little confusing. There's 4 different Filemaker products. Which one do you use? Which one do you need? How do you use them? We need to go over these so you've got a basic idea if you're new to Filemaker, which products you need to program Filemaker and which products do you need to deploy it. So let's start with a brief overview and then we'll go into more detail about these products. Filemaker Pro 11 is your workhorse. It allows you to program Filemaker as well as deploy Filemaker. So it's a great product. You can do everything with Filemaker Pro 11. You can get Filemaker Pro 11 for everybody in your company and you can all share your database. Filemaker Pro 11 Advanced is a little bit different. It's really the same thing. It has all the same features of Filemaker Pro 11, but it has special developer features that help you develop easier in Filemaker. Filemaker Server 11 allows you to deploy to a greater number of people. And the same is true for Filemaker 7.11 Advanced, but we'll go into more detail and find out how you deploy with Server and Server Advanced. Although we're not going to go into great detail because there is a whole other VTC tutorial on Filemaker Server 11. So let's talk about Filemaker Pro 11 in more detail. You can create fully customized relational database systems with Filemaker Pro 11. You can create calculations, scripts, validation, auto-enter, web viewers, everything. Even the new charting feature from Filemaker 11 works inside of this Filemaker Pro 11 version. You can also share with up to 9 simultaneous users over a LAN or WAN with other Filemaker Pro clients. In other words, Filemaker Pro 11 can be a host for 9 other users. Or you can share with up to 5 simultaneous users over a LAN or a WAN with a web browser client and IWP. So you've got a lot of capability here. I mean, 9 is not a lot of users, but some small companies don't have any more than 9 people. So it may be a perfect fit. Filemaker Pro 11 Advanced has all the features of Filemaker Pro 11. You can program and deploy. Let's talk about the additional features. You can create standalone runtime solutions. This is really great because if you want to create a contact manager that you're going to sell on the internet from your website, people don't have to have Filemaker Pro 11 or Filemaker Pro 11 Advanced because you can tell Filemaker Pro 11 Advanced to create a runtime version of it. And so they can download it and open it, and if you program it correctly and professionally, they won't even know it's Filemaker. So you can create this runtime solution that's usable by one person only. It's not networkable, but that's great because you can sell all kinds of different solutions with that runtime solution. And there's no royalty fees, so that's one of the best things. You can distribute it to as many people as you want and not have to pay Filemaker Incorporated any money other than what you spent on Filemaker Pro 11 Advanced in the beginning. But there's also some different features that allow you to troubleshoot easily and debug easily. These are specialized tools that make it easier for developers. It's not that you can do anything more really with Filemaker Pro 11 Advanced over the regular Filemaker Pro 11. It just makes it easier. One of my favorite features is the script debugger. If you start writing scripts, which I know you will because it's very addictive, you want to automate doing things such as if you're printing a report, you don't want somebody to have to remember, oh, this has to be in landscape and have to go to the special layout and I also have to sort it. You want to automate that with a script. And so when you get these longer scripts and you try to debug them because it's just not working right, slowing it down with the script debugger so you can see what's happening in Filemaker while you're running the script line by line, because you can pause it at each line, really helps out to find out where the exact problem is. And then another one of my favorite features is the data viewer. This often works in conjunction with the script debugger. So let's say you're running a script and you're debugging it, and you don't have on the particular layout that's showing one of the fields that's referenced inside the script. Well, the data viewer can show you that. You don't have to put it on the layout. You can see it in the data viewer. It'll just show it to you, as well as it'll show you variables and anything else you want. So it's really quite helpful, but one of my favorite aspects of the data viewer is when you use it without the script debugger. You can actually go in and put in your own calculations. Kind of think of it as a scratch pad or a cocktail napkin. You're working on a calculation and you want to perfect it. Well, if you have to go in and out of Managed Database or go into your script and run the rest of the script to see if it worked right, well, that can take a lot longer than if you use the data viewer as a scratch pad to perfect that calculation and then copy and paste it into your script or into your Managed Database calculation. So the data viewer is one of my favorite. I'd highly recommend you use this if you have FileMaker Advanced. It's really helpful. And then the database design report is really great too. It essentially cross-references everything. So let's take an example. Let's say you have a field inside of Managed Database and you're going, I can't remember where I use this. Why is this field here? Am I using it at all? Well, you could go to all the layouts and check each one out to see if that field's on there. You could go into all the scripts and check each one to see if it's referenced anywhere. You could go into Managed Database and see if any calculations reference it. Go into Value List and on and check it. And this would take a long time. If you create a database design report which opens up in a web browser, all you have to do is go down to that field and it'll tell what layouts it's used on, what scripts, and so on. And if it's not used on anything, well, you can say, okay, great, I can go ahead and delete this field without ruining anything else in my database. Remind yourself what it does.